Ever spent over 10 hours deep in the Hillsbrad Foothills, clearing over 2000 daggerspine mobs and cracking open a staggering of 750 thick-shelled clams in the pursuit of pearls?
Oh, let's go! One iridescent pearl. Whoa! 2! Oh my god! 3! Dude! My god, 4. What is going on?
Yeah, sounds a bit crazy, right? Well, today I'm here to share the story of why I undertook this seemingly pointless adventure. And you might be wondering, why bother with something so seemingly useless? My 2024 philosophy is simple: if you're going to do something, even if it seems pointless, at least do it right. And trust me, this journey was done the right way. So I hopped on my best in slot hunter, armed with world buffs because hey, you can never have enough power, and the start of 525 gold earned from a previous grind, 10 hours of Humbert Helm, no less. I embarked on a mission. Not only did I manage to outgrind and outsmart my competition by far, but I became the #1 supplier of high quality seafood and omega-3 fatty fish oils. Because let's face it, gamers need to stay healthy too. So before you subscribe, like, and comment that you can work 1 hour at McDonald's and buy the same amount of gold I made in 10 hours with a swipe of a card, remember that this is a gold guide, but it's also a form of entertainment. So kick back, relax, and join me in the epic adventure of slaying, looting, and cooking through 2000 mobs. For this grind we went slightly south from the Humbert Helm farm, on the south beaches of Hillsbrad. Here we find the daggerspine naga, and we will focus on farming 2 of them, the shore stalker and the screamer, mobs with levels between 28 and 30, and an interesting loot table. Main items we find here are fish oils, thick-shelled clams, the occasional level 25 green with good stats, and maybe, if you're lucky, 1 rare item such as Trollbane's leggings. Fish oil is used for creating runes such as Divine Sacrifice for paladins, Warbringer for warriors, and Serendipity for priests. The thick-shelled clams can be opened for a minigame of RNG, where you can obtain the iridescent pearl with about 3% drop chance. The pearl sells well on the auction house as it is used to craft the spider silk boots, which can be further transformed into epic extra planar boots. On top of this, the extra gold will come from raw silver drop and vendoring the greys and the useless greens. Due to the fact that a couple of yards north there is a popular grinding spot for Humbert's Helm, this south spot is going to be affected by the dynamic respawn timers, meaning the more people are north, the faster the south mobs will respawn. Sometimes it can be very tricky and you can die to extra mobs spawning right on top of you, but this can be a good thing because it's better to have more mobs to slay rather than wait for them endlessly to respawn. The clam openings kept me sane through the course of the grind, as compared to my previous grinds this was tedious and boring. So I saved about 30 clams and did an opening every 30 minutes in the hope that 1 pearl will drop and I will get a small dopamine boost. From 2000 mobs, I got a total of 750 clams, which when opened yielded 17 iridescent pearls, 40 small lustrous pearls, and obviously 750 tangy clam meat. The RNG was slightly lower than the usual drop, but on average it seems that you can obtain about 1 to 2 pearls per hour. Due to my geared hunter, off-time grind hours, and world buffs sometimes, I managed to pull an average of 75 clams per hour from about 160 to 180 mobs cleared per hour. The meat was cooked into 750 goblin deviled clams and sold on the auction house in stacks of 8 and 20 for a price between 2 and 4 silver each. A couple of tips and tricks to improve the grind. Having the fishing rod with you is always good because across the shore you can find floating wrecks and oily blackmouth schools. I think that the price of free action potions might stay the same or even rise in phase 2, and the additional loot from the bound trunks will increase the gold per hour. If you have mining, there is 1 iron node spawn on the beach and 2 more spawn points at the North Dune Garok spot. Iron ore and heavy stones sell quite well now since phase 2 was announced in the 8th of February. Keep an eye out for Lady Zephyris, a level 33 rare. Managed to find her several times, she will drop a guaranteed high level green. Don't be scared of the high level, she has little HP and not that hard to kill. Casters might encounter some problems, but overall she's doable. The Black Fathom buff speeds the process significantly as you are able to move from mob to mob faster, but also helps you as a hunter to melee weave more efficient. I get fresh buffs by using Hearthstone batching between Thunderbluff and Tarren Mill. So the way Hearthstone batching works, we want to use it to travel fast between two locations. We are currently in Thunderbluff and our Hearthstone is at Tarren Mill. You go to the Innkeeper in Thunderbluff and go to options to reset XP. If you don't have rest XP, there's a link in the description down below. So you go here and in advanced settings, you have a batching window size. You gotta put it to 6 ms. And that's about it. Usually it's probably set by default there. So the way you do it, you go in front of the Innkeeper, you press make this Innkeeper your home, but you don't press accept. Then you go to your bags and you right click on the Hearthstone. After that, you come with the arrow over the accept button and you do nothing more. And once this Hearthstone is going to completed, the Hearthstone is going to be set to Thunderbluff. After 1 hour of grind, we're going to be able to Hearthstone back to Thunderbluff. However, after you finish 1 hour of grind here in Hillsbrad, you go farm the mobs, you come back here and you perform the same thing. You go here, you press make this Innkeeper your home and you Hearthstone from here. So you're going to have your Hearthstone always between two locations, the grinding one and the main city one. Thunderbluff because you can get the world buff and you have 2 more hours of war buff. This is beautiful. If you practice this, you're gonna save a lot of time. So far we mostly talked about the pros of this spot, so let's talk a bit about the cons. Unfortunately, lately the price of fish oil and pearls went down, at least on my server. Fish oil from 12 silver to 6 silvers, and pearls from 4 gold to 3 gold, and maybe even lower by the time you will watch this. This might be for many reasons. One of them is that the majority of players already got their rune with the fish oils, and most of the casters got their boots with the pearls. Not only that, but this place is packed with bots and gold sellers, which in the long run does not help the economy. Phase 2 is close, people might spend less and save gold for mount, new spells, and even the new craftable items with professions. PvP happens quite often here, but this should be normal for a PvP server. You will have quiet sessions to grind alone, there will be times when you are at war, and there will be some times of peace when both factions ignore each other and just want to have a good time farming some gold. The total gold made in this session was slightly over 250 gold, because I still have a couple of items listed in the auction house. One of the mistakes I did was not to sell during the weekend when the prices were high. I've just sent all the loot to my mage and sold it towards the end of the grind after the weekend when the prices nearly broke in half. Contrary to what I was expecting, most of the gold didn't come from the pearls, fish oils or cooked clams. Only roughly 100 gold came from these. So the rest up to 250 gold came from raw silver drop, grey items, and most was from the valuable greens with good stats that we sold on the auction house with prices from 3 to 20 gold. My RNG wasn't even that great considering the 2000 mobs we cleared. However, I was happy with the results and this spot will get the seal of approval. If you're looking to get into Season of Discovery or Return to Wrath of the Lich King, level some new alts and so on, I highly recommend getting the Reset XP add-on. The add-on is free and all its features, and the guides are available up to level 20, making your leveling fast, but also efficient since now it incorporates rune guides, making you obtain all your runes as you level up without the need to go back at a later time. And if by any chance in the future you think about making an upgrade to a full version, use my code Frostadamus for 5% off. This grind was done through the course of several days live on stream, as well as the 10-hour with Mage AoE farm. If you have some questions or want to pop and hang out, find me at twitch.tv/Frostadamus, where we have a beautiful community of classic WoW enthusiasts. Thanks for watching, may your grinds be blessed with RNG and consistency. With that being said, until next time, stay frosty. Bye bye!